The United States has seen the biggest transformation of any soccer nation in the 21st century. Soccer has gone from being what many consider to be a fringe sport that would never gain mainstream traction to having a world-class soccer league, Major League Soccer, who currently have 28 teams and recently signed a $2.5 billion deal with Apple for broadcasting rights for the next 10 years, starting in 2023. After controversially missing out on the FIFA World Cup in 2018, the US men's national team qualified for Qatar 2022 and have kept up their international export of talented world-class players to add to Christian Pulisic, and now have Weston McKennie at Juventus and Giovanni Reina, who is at Christian's old club Borussia Dortmund in Germany, which I believe is crucial to the growth and development and strength of the national team. Several years back, I was in touch with the former longtime president of US Soccer, Sonal Galati, and he didn't share my opinion about having an emphasis on exporting great young American talent to the top leagues of Europe. He believed that US soccer was better served by keeping its best players like Christian Pulisic playing domestic soccer in the US, which I strongly disagreed with, and still do. I was very vocal and outspoken 5 years ago when the US spectacularly failed to qualify for 2018 in Russia, and I attributed it to the fact that they only had one real star, a younger Christian Pulisic who was playing in Germany at the time, playing at the elite world level in Europe. And can you imagine Christian Pulisic still playing in MLS versus playing with Chelsea and banging in goals week in, week out in the English Premier League and the UEFA Champions League? It would be like saying Luka Doncic would have been better served for his own basketball and that of European basketball if he didn't come to the NBA and was still playing in Europe. I strongly believe that the US needs to double its amount of top stars like Christian and Weston and Giovanni playing at the top league in Europe over the next 5 years if they are to be a world force in international soccer at national team level. America is a country of 350 million people and has millions of registered soccer players across 50 states. Now, simply having Major League Soccer and the 28 teams it has to harness all that talent doesn't really cut it. Even over a short 5-year span since the US failed to qualify for 2018, it has actually had multiple new leagues launched to harness all the great soccer talent that the US has and continues to develop at lower league divisions. So here's how the new and emerging US club soccer landscape looks these days. At the top, there's Major League Soccer with 28 professional teams, and is actually getting a 29th next year when St. Louis FC is launched. The second tier United Soccer League, or USL, has a league called the Championship, which acts as a second division of US domestic league soccer with 27 teams in 2 conferences across the country. There are up to 4 new teams slated to join this competition in coming years, such as the recently announced Milwaukee. The third tier is where it starts to get a little bit crowded, with the USL having another league below the Championship called League One, which has 11 teams, and it also has up to 4 teams slated for expansion. There is also the National Independent Soccer League, which many consider to be at the same level as the USL League One, and it has had fluctuating club numbers in recent years and includes the iconic New York Cosmos, the powerhouse club at the dawn of US League Soccer, who in the 1970s were known around the world as they played in the North American Soccer League and had giant global stars such as Beckenbauer and even the great Pelé playing for them. Also on this third tier is the recently launched MLS Next, which is a new youth league managed by Major League Soccer, launched in 2020, and it's a successor to the previous US Soccer Development Academy structure, and it has 590 teams across 133 clubs in the US as well as Canada. So if you think that's a lot of soccer and soccer clubs on the US club landscape, hold it right there, because there's also another USL league, the League Two, which we can add to that, which is essentially a Tier 4 league network that has 115 teams in 16 divisions and 4 conferences. Now, apart from that multi-tier US club structure, from the pros to the semi-pros to the pre-pros, there is also a whole other world with the US collegiate soccer system. This is an equally staggeringly vast soccer landscape that has over 800 NCAA men's college teams in the 3 divisions and another 400 teams in the NAIA and junior college soccer bracket. That amounts to more than 20,000 college soccer places across all divisions. But if you're looking to use college soccer as a way into Major League Soccer, bear in mind the MLS draft takes in less than 100 players per year, but now with the establishment of the multiple USL leagues, it could be a good launching pad to go into one of those championship or League 1 or 2 teams. So what is the best option for a young American soccer player? Basically, I would recommend exploring every option. As you're reaching a college age, I would actually look at every opportunity that I can get with a major league or USL league team, MSL next. But concurrent to that, I would also be sourcing college scholarships, and when it came time to make a decision, hopefully you have one or more opportunities that you can choose between and make a decision from there. Even for players on the youth rosters of Major League Soccer teams, there's still no guarantees that those players will be signed to senior pro contracts, because they have many players in their academy level teams, and obviously there's only a certain amount of places in each Major League Soccer team. So there isn't one specific way that you can make it to the various pro levels of US soccer. Either way, as a young American soccer player, I would be very buoyed by how much American soccer has developed at club level, and it's a matter of, like I said, cultivating opportunities and choosing your path. And at least nowadays, there is no shortage of teams from the top level down through the multiple tiers of US club soccer to choose from and to pursue.